like this video in the next 5 seconds or this guy will appear in your bedroom tonight, and trust me, you do not want that to happen. What's up, guys? Soldier back with another video. Today I'm gonna be showing you guys the best dribble moves in NBA 2K20. I'm gonna be giving you guys the best dribble tutorial. I'm gonna have a picture of a controller pop up on the screen so that you can better understand it, and I'm also gonna be giving you guys the best tips to becoming a better dribbler today. There's not gonna be a second wasted in this video, so if you want to become the best dribbler possible, I recommend watching the whole thing through. I don't want to waste any more time. Make sure to drop a like if you haven't already, subscribe if you're new, and let's get into it.
Wish we could turn back time to the good old days when the mama sang us to sleep, but now what's to stop?
Alright, so I'm now in the My Court, and before I can show you guys the dribble tutorial, I have to show you guys my dribble moves. So let me pull up the My Animations to pull up the signature styles here. Alright, so we're starting off on top with the dribble style. I use dribble style quick. A lot of people use Kyrie Irving, and I had been using Kyrie Irving for like the first 3 or 4 months of the game, but I recently changed to quick, and this is one of the changes that I made in this dribble tutorial since my last one. So put on quick. You could also use Kyrie. It's kind of up to you. It doesn't really matter at all. But yeah, I just prefer quick. Next up is the size of packages, and I switched over to Kyrie Irving. In the last dribble tutorial, I think I had Allen Iverson, and then the one before that, I used Kobe. So if you are a complete beginner dribbler, then you might want to use Kobe because it's just easier. And how you activate the size up is you just flick up on the right stick, and it'll do the size up for you. And Kobe has an easier, like, it's just, trust me, if you're like a beginner, just use Kobe. But if you're more advanced, then I would recommend using Kyrie, which is the one that I use. Some people also use Allen Iverson, which is the one that I used to use. And then Pro 6 is another one that a lot of advanced dribblers use. I don't really like it that much. I use Kyrie Irving. I might use Pro 6 in the future, but yeah, right now I'm using Kyrie Irving. For the moving crossovers, you guys, I just want to throw on Pro 6. For the moving behind the backs, I have on Pro 5. Now I used to use, I used to use Pro 3. Some people use Pro 6. You guys see Pro 3 is pretty quick, but Pro 5 is just a little bit smoother, and it still is quick. So yeah, I use Pro 5 for the behind the backs. Moving spins, you guys are going to want to use basic 1. It might surprise you, I'm not using like a pro or like one of those type of dribble moves, but you're just going to want to use basic 1. That's the best spin. Next up is the moving hesitations. I use Pro 3. I have tested out all of them, and Pro 3 is the one that works best for me. Hesitation's kind of like a personal preference thing, so if you're really used to like a certain hesitation, then you might want to keep using it. But I use Pro 3, and then triple threat styles doesn't really matter, but I have on normal 3. But yeah, that doesn't really matter. And I'm going to be showing you guys a tutorial, and if you don't have these moves on, then some of the moves that I'm going to show you will not work, or they will not look like how I'm about to show them. So I recommend you guys try these moves out. Also, my layups, George Gervin, and then my dunks are rim grazers off too. This is my play shot, by the way, so I don't have like all the dunk packages. My jump shot is 98 Rudy Gay, and the blending is like 50-50. Free throw, Michael Jordan. Dribble pull up, normal 4. Spin jumpers, Steph Curry. Hop jumpers, normal 19. If you guys want to know how to do the solo hop, if you know what I'm talking about, I have a special hop move where it goes behind the back. I'll put a link to the solo hop tutorial in the description, so if you want to check that out, check that out. Post fades, fade 8. These really don't matter at all. But yeah, guys, dribbling is like, it's going to take time. You guys got to practice these things. You got to get into My Court and practice each of these moves. You can't just be flicking your sticks all over the place. You got to learn how to do each move so that you can do each move when you want to do each move. The first thing you guys need to do is you need to pull up the options, go into the options, go into the controller settings, go to Pro Stick Orientation, and make sure that it is on absolute. Real quick, I want to mention that you guys should have tight handles, quick first step, and handles for days all maxed out in the playmaking badges section. Alright, so to start off the dribble tutorial, I'm going to start off how I start off all my dribble tutorials. Starting off with the momentum, and I shouldn't even put this in the video because it's 2K20 now. This move's been out for like 5 years, and if you don't know how to do this, then just learn it real quick and move on. So basically, hold right trigger. Let's say the ball's in your right hand, like right here. Your hold right trigger, right stick is going to go to the left, left stick is going to go up and to the left, and it'll look like this. If you want to go the other way, the right stick goes to the right and the left stick goes up and to the right. So it'll look like that. And that's basically like the base move you guys need to learn if you want to become a good dribbler. And the next move, a lot of people should know by now, but if you don't, I'm going to just throw it in this video real quick. This is the behind the back. And in the past, you've had to flick down on the right stick for behind the back, but this year, you want to hold right trigger, and let's say we're going to run to the left. So the behind the back is going to go down and to the left. So it's diagonal down to the left. It's not straight down this year on the right stick. So right stick is going to go down to the left, and left stick is going to go straight to the left. So it'll look like this. You do it all at the same time. And then also I'll show you the little sham god. If you don't want to go all the way with the left stick, you just flick the left stick, and it'll look like this. So that's me not running all the way. That's the sham god. You basically just want to let go of your left stick. It's just one flick of the stick. All right, so next up, I'm going to show you one of my favorite moves to do. It's really simple, but also kind of hard if you have never done it before. And this is the momentum behind the back, and it looks like that. So basically how you do it is you do the momentum, which I showed you guys as the first thing I showed you guys in this video. So you want a momentum, and then behind the back the other way. So if you're going to momentum left, right after, you want to do the behind the back. The timing for the momentum behind the back is hard to get, but once you get it down, the move becomes a lot easier. So if you guys don't know how to do that one, just basically keep practicing momentum one way and then flick for the behind the back the other way right after you do the momentum. And remember, for the behind the back, it's not straight down on the right stick, it's diagonal and down to the side that you want to go to. All right, so now I'm going to show you guys how to do the spin back. If any of you guys saw the Ticino versus Hank wager, I think it was the first play of the series. Hank hit Ticino with the spin back, and everyone was mad confused, like, how do you do that? Well, some of you guys probably already know how to do this by now, but basically, let's say the ball is in your right hand. All you guys have to do is hold right trigger while you're going to sprint forward, so you're holding right trigger, and with the right stick, if the ball's in your right hand, then you're going to spin back on the right side of the right stick. So you're going to make a C shape, but it's like the opposite of a C shape. So like, I'll put the arrow on the screen, you guys know what I'm talking about. So run forward and spin backwards on the right side of the stick. Now if the ball's in your left hand, you want to spin back, then you're going to have to make that C shape on the left side of the right stick and spin back, starting from the top to the bottom with the right stick. And if you guys want to just, do a behind the back to finish it off, just flick down on the right stick. So spin back, flick down on the right stick, and it'll look like that. That one might have sounded a little confusing, but trust me, it's really not that hard. Hopefully the arrows help out. All right, so for this next move, I don't even know what to call it, but you guys have probably seen someone do this move before in the park, and some of you guys might know how to do this move. I don't know what to call it, but let's say that you're running out of the paint. So let's say you're in the paint and you're running to the 3-point line. You're gonna flick up and then down on the right stick. So it'll look like this: running, up, down on the right stick, and you get that little animation. You can keep running if you want. I kind of stopped, but that's basically, I don't know what to call that move either. So basically, if you want to do a spin back and then that move, it'll really catch your defender off guard, especially if he's like following you out and then you hit him with that move. You can just get by him for an easy layup every single time. All right, so yeah, for example, let's say you're just standing here, you hit your defender with a behind the back, hit him with the spin back, hit him with one of these moves, and then you just get right by him for an easy shot or a layup, whatever you guys want. Your defender is never expecting that quick little up down move with the right stick when you're running back to the 3-point line. All right, so now I'm going to show you guys how to do the explosive misdirection behind the back that everyone does in the park. Everyone just spams it. I learned this move like 3 months ago, so I kind of got it down by now. I still mess it up from time to time. It is one of the hardest moves in the game to learn, especially when you're trying to get the timing down and everything. So basically, remember how I told you guys about the behind the back before, just the normal behind the back. Basically, you're going to be running one direction. So in this case, I'm going to be running left. I'm going to let go of everything on my controller, like let go of all my buttons. I'm going to stop my player basically, and then do the behind the back. But the thing with this move is you got to get the timing down, and you got to get it down to the point where your player doesn't stop. It takes practice basically. So you're running, you stop, let go of everything on your controller, and then hit them with that behind the back. I know it might look a little confusing, and trust me, you're probably not going to get it on the first try. Just keep practice. So I'm running, I stop, hit him with the behind the back. My timing is a little off right now. See there, I got it a little bit better, and then you can just hit him with any move you want. Pull up green. And guys, for this tutorial, like, keep practicing each move individually, and then like you guys saw that last little combo I did right there. Once you start learning how to do each move individually, you can start doing them all together in a sequence, and you'll start to get glitchy like that. All right, so this next move is not hard by any means, but this is just a move that I use sometimes to get open. So you're gonna go between the legs to start off. So I'll just put the little arrow on the screen with the controller. So say the ball's in your left hand, you want to go diagonal down with the right stick just to go between the legs like that. So basically, I'll go between the legs and then hit him with the behind the back right after. And like, it's kind of, this is just something that I do when I'm dribbling. The defender will think I'm going right, and then I hit him with the behind the back, run to the left, pull up green. Just trust me, it's nothing crazy, but if you guys want to throw this in when you're dribbling, it works out. and sometimes the defender is not expecting it. Alright, so next up, I'll show you guys how to do the half spin. This is a move that I particularly don't do that much in the park. Sometimes it'll catch my defenders off guard, but it's not something that, like, I get the ball and I'm like, alright, I'm gonna half spin right now. Like, it's just something that you could throw in here and there. So basically, ball's in your left hand. You're gonna start, alright, so with the right stick. You don't have to do anything except the right stick. Like, you don't have to hold right trigger or anything. So with the right stick, let's start on the bottom left hand. You're gonna go from the bottom, you're gonna make a C shape up to the top. So make that C shape, it'll do the half spin. And then what I like to do is flick down on the right stick right after the half spin's about to finish. And it'll just put the ball between or behind your legs and basically like stop the half spin. If you want to do it the other way, then you go from the bottom of the right stick to the top, but on the other side. So you're making that opposite C shape. It'll look like this, and then I go down, and then you can just do whatever you want. But yeah, it's nothing crazy, and that's why I don't really do it too much. Yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else to just throw into the dribble tutorial. Nothing really crazy left, but if you guys don't know how to do the step back, you hold right trigger and then flick down on the right stick. I don't even have to put on a arrow or whatever on the screen. It's really self-explanatory. Hold right trigger, flick down on the right stick to do that little hop back. Also, for the size up package, I use Kyrie Irving. Some people use AI, some people use Kobe, some people use Pro 6. It doesn't matter. How you activate the size up package is you just flick up on the right stick. Your dude will hit you with a little dribble move. So I sometimes will throw that in and then hit him with like a behind the back or like a momentum or something out of it. So like I'll flick up, and when you flick up, like if the ball's in my right hand, when I flick up to do the size up, the ball will move to my left hand. So I know that. So I'm gonna move it to my left hand with the size up and then hit him with like a behind the back. It just, and something that I like about the Kyrie size up is that when he does the size up, the move is so slow that it sometimes like slows down the defender. And then I just hit him with the behind the back, the quick behind the back, and sometimes I can get by. But again, guys, if you guys learned anything from this video or if it helped you out, make sure to drop a like. It helps me out more than you guys think. And subscribe if you haven't already. We're so close to 6,000 subscribers. Also, if you're still watching the video, go in the comments right now and comment the words Dribble God. This will show me that you're still watching the video, because I actually want to know who's still watching the video up to this point. I covered all the basics and even some advanced stuff in this video to becoming a better dribbler, and like I said, this takes time, so you guys got to get into my court and practice these moves to becoming a dribble god. Yeah guys, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, niggas hate on me, hate on me. I'm getting money, what the fuck can you say to me? Yeah, bitches cry for me, cry for me, cry for me. If you my nigga, then you ride for me, ride for me. Yeah, you a cheese, but you a dog to me, dog to me. Baby, you see me, get no love from me, love from me. I keep a hoodie, cause it's cold to me, cold to me. So when y'all see me, y'all gon' notice.